Hi everyone, it's Vicky, Director of the Institute. Although we try and cater to all of our students' time zones and also their family commitments, we understand that not always it is convenient. So although we do have a lot of students studying with us, they are free to come and go with the live classes because of course we will have the replay for everybody. So thank you for tuning in live. Anyone who comes in after now will just simply join in with us. So thank you for being here. We have a special guest tonight for our live masterclass on getting started with social media. Her name is Natasha. She is from Smart Social Online, and her business caters and specializes in social media for small and medium-sized businesses. Welcome, Natasha. You are very welcome to put your audio on and say hello to everybody.
Hi everyone, how are you? Is that right? Oh gosh.
Yeah, we can hear you. Hi. Hi, Ellen. Hi, Nicole. Hi, Craig. Thanks so much for being here and tuning in. So what I'm going to do is hand over to Natasha, and Natasha is going to talk to you about some wonderful tools and approaches for starting with social media, looking at a couple of different platforms, and also giving you some do's and don'ts, and covering just a little bit about websites, do it yourself, and also having her help you get your business up and running and have that profile on social media. So Natasha, over to you. Hi Ellen, good to see you.
Hi Ellen, now you made me nervous now knowing that you're online.
Ellen is one of our coach mentors, everybody. Hopefully going to be seeing a lot more of her in the mix in the coming months. Okay, so Natasha, over to you. Thank you so much for being here. And
you're welcome.
We're also excited to see what you're sharing with us tonight.
All right, so hi everyone. As Vicky said, thank you for having me. I am the owner of Smart Social Online, which is a social media agency based in Toowoomba, and we specialise in helping small to medium-sized businesses with pretty much everything online. So obviously Facebook, Instagram, building websites, email marketing, and we're now just sort of going into the business coaching side of things, which kind of just happened, which was pretty cool. So yeah, tonight is obviously about learning a little bit about social media and how it can help you in your business. You guys are a very unique niche, so I had to work all of my strategies that would help you guys because you're a little bit different to what I work with, but it was exciting. So yeah, so let's get started. If I can work out, okay. How do I go to the next one? Oh, I can't hear you, Vicky, sorry.
Sorry, I did mute myself. Because it's done in PDF, you might be able to simply scroll down to the next one rather than keying forward with the arrows. Will that work for you?
No.
Hang on. Well, here you go. I might as well just do it for you.
Did you do that?
No. How's that?
Okay, sorry.
No problem at all. All good.
No worries. Okay, so yeah, social media based in Toowoomba. So we train businesses on how to use social media, build websites, email marketing, and business guidance, and lots of other crazy things that keep popping up. So yeah, let's get started. Are you, Vicky's doing it? Yeah. So I thought we would start off, everyone loves a good meme, good motivational post. So this one kind of resonates with what you guys are going to go through. So life will only change when you become more committed to your dreams than you are to your comfort zone. So I thought that really spoke about what we're trying to talk about tonight, about getting out of your comfort zone, social media. It's not everyone's cup of tea. So getting out of your comfort zone is obviously going to make you realize that your dreams can come true. So I thought it was very fitting. So I wanted to start, I know that Vicky goes through the branding. She told me that she goes through some of the branding in the course, but I just wanted to, I guess, go over it just a little bit with how I have done my branding. I started 12 months ago and I had no idea about business. I'd been in social media for 4 years, so I knew what to do. I just didn't know business. So for me, I went about branding the wrong way. I branded myself and how I thought people wanted me to be and not be myself. And it actually It worked out okay, but then halfway through the year I nearly had a breakdown because I just thought I can't keep the facade up of, who I was trying to portray. So I kind of changed and became me. So I want to make that really, really clear. Obviously, it was a silly decision on my behalf, but now that I've become me, I've got more and more clients that are connecting with me. So if you can be your own brand, then go for it. I'm actually quite shy, so I'm almost hyperventilating inside. So, but I can talk social media for days and days, but if I'm with someone, I kind of like have a freak out. So definitely build your business, your brand around you, because people fall in love with people. So create a brand that people can relate to. So for me, I always talk about my 4-year-old. I always talk about, we've only been in this town for a couple of years. I talk about our travels. We travel overseas a lot. I'm pretty sure I work week to week just from my traveling. So just be relatable. People buy from people they know. So I'm always sharing my story with everyone. And if you jump on my Facebook page, which I'll tell you later about, there's a massive story. It's my 12-month anniversary on Wednesday. So I've kind of told the story of how I started. Did you get to read it, Ellen, or... Not yet. Okay. Cool. So, and then be the go-to person in your niche. So in Toowoomba, it's crazy. There's 11 other social media places. So I had to be different. And the way that I've been different is, one, I'm now me. But two, the niche that I found, no one else does in Toowoomba, which is crazy because it's so easy, but no one else does it. So I've kind of run with that, and my business is obviously booming, which is great. So so definitely know who you are as a brand, and create that as your story when you're using social media to advertise you and your business. So next slide, please. So obviously social media is super powerful. As you can see, I've just kind of done the top 5 that I thought would resonate with you guys. Obviously there's, Snapchat, Pinterest and things like that. I do, however, think Pinterest can work for some of you. I just only had 5 spots. So if you can work with Pinterest, then yeah, definitely do it. So as you can see, Facebook is the leading 17 million active users every month. That's crazy. And then YouTube is, I think it was about 15 million. And then Instagram and Twitter and LinkedIn are way behind, but still very, very powerful. So these 5 things are so suitable for everyone listening. If you're not doing at least 2 of them, then, have a really, really good think about it. So if you go to the next slide, we're going to focus on Facebook and Instagram, which is kind of the most popular ones. Because you guys are in a professional setting, I would definitely do LinkedIn as well. It took me about an hour to set up, and it's kind of there, and, I get some business from it. But for me, my main one is Facebook and Instagram and Pinterest, which is funny enough. So why choose Facebook? So as I said before, you've got 17 million monthly active Australian users. Okay, surely that's not Australian, so let's just take that out. Sorry about that. 17 million monthly users in the world. That's a crazy number. So you guys that don't use Facebook are missing out. The reason why Facebook works so well is that the content that you can share is so easily shared between everyone. So Ellen and I are friends on Facebook. She can share something to me. I can like something. It shows up in my newsfeed, and it's all about sharing. So Facebook has the easiest platform to share things on, I find. Find your ideal clients the easiest. So when you're advertising, it's super important to get the right customers and the right followers. So you don't just want to build your numbers up just for the sake of it. You actually want genuine customers, and Facebook is the easiest. Instagram, when I talk about that in a sec, that's kind of, it's easy but a little bit dodgy, I guess. It's, you know, everyone kind of follows you from where, just by following your hashtags. But yeah, so Facebook is definitely the easiest way to gain that proper clientele. And they're the people that you want as well. So if you don't have Facebook, definitely work it out. It is so good for business. And I get all of my leads from Facebook. So it's definitely the way to go. It's free most of the time. And I say most of the time because obviously you've got to pay for your ads and your boosting and your ad creations as well. So, but it's mostly free. So definitely have a go and yeah, you'll be fine. And I think I've said before, it was easy to use. So, you know, sharing, becoming friends. It's a great way. I have so many friends on Facebook, but half the people I don't even know, but they may need me in a couple of months' time and they see my posts. So it's a really great way to interact with everyone, and it's an easy way as well. So yeah, definitely have a go at Facebook. And I think the next slide is giving you guys some tips. Yes, so some of the Facebook tips that I need you guys to follow. It'll make your journey so much easier. So scheduling your posts a week in advance. I do this every Sunday afternoon between 3 and 5. Hubby's out the back mowing the lawn, and I'm scheduling my Facebook and Instagram posts. So on Facebook, it has an inbuilt scheduling system, so you guys can schedule straight from Facebook. And that way you don't have to worry about it. If you're stressing about what to post each day, people can tell that you're kind of just putting stuff up just for the fun of it. So definitely try and have that plan and that schedule set out for you, and it just makes your life so much easier. Your insights. So your insights for Facebook are so important. They update every 3 days. And if you can't find this stuff, if you're looking at your page, it's right at the top where it says messages, and then it's got insights. So just have a look. And there's about 10 different pages that you can go into, but it will tell you the best time to post. So most of the time it's right now. So between 5 and 7 is the best time to post for pretty much any business. So if you think about it, if you post at 7 a.m. and I'm sitting down at 7 p.m., are you going to trust that I'm going to scroll all the way through my newsfeed until 7 a.m.? That's 12 hours of content. So if you post between 5 and 7, you will most likely get your customers. So if your customers are going to be mums or, you know, everyone's pretty much sitting down at this time. And that's probably the reason why Vicky chose this time as well for all of her meetings, is because it's rest time. People are on their phones, on their computers, you know. So definitely think about the times that you're posting, and you can also see in those insights the right people to post to as well, who's on your page. So for me, it's females. So I do posts that will generate and stand out to females. So just keep an eye on that every couple of days. It takes, for us, when we get a new client, I always warn them, it takes about, every 3 days. It used to be every 7, so every Sunday, or every Monday for us, so Sunday overseas. But yes, every 3 days now. So, but most of the time it kind of stays the same anyway. It's just if you've got a major change or a major marketing, that's when you should check it. So I always warn the clients it takes about 2 weeks to actually get the right content for their page. So obviously we've just got a new client. It's in the building industry. It's not something that we've done before. So it's I did warn him, I said it's going to take us about 2 weeks. And it took us about 11 days to basically get the posts that are going to work. So just stick with it. If you find that something's not working within 2 weeks, then change it. Don't just keep rolling with it and just posting whatever. You definitely want to have a plan. And our plan for him was, it's a plumbing business, so it's kind of funny dad jokes, and dirty, disgusting photos. And everyone loves it. It's disgusting when I post it, but everyone loves it. And it works for him, and it gets his page noticed, which is really good. So be interactive on your account and others. So I'm actually a little bit slack at this. I'll reply to everyone. Yeah, butt cracks, exactly. Ellen. Yes, so I reply to everyone that posts on my Facebook page, but I'm really slack in getting into groups and, commenting and posting and other. It was Vicky. Oh, that's funny. Yeah, so, and I'm really slack at sort of posting in groups, but I did it last week, and the difference, and it was just a random lady in Sydney, I think, posting, asking for a question, and I answered her, and I got like 6 likes out of it, and it wasn't, I never sell, it was literally me just answering that question, and I think it was about Instagram, and then, because I have my business account on my personal Facebook page, people can go in and actually see that. So I got 6 likes out of just answering a simple Instagram question. So definitely be interactive with other accounts, and you guys will probably have lots of groups that you can get interactive with as well. So, and because I've got such a unique last name, everyone kind of remembers, oh, that's the chick that does social media. So definitely use what you've got to your advantage, and mine is my last name, so that's pretty cool. So they're the Facebook tips that will get you started. I forgot to put it in there because I ran out of space, but do post every day. I never post on Saturday and Sunday, only if I'm out doing something for work, but definitely post Monday to Friday between 5 and 7 every single day. And make sure you've got that plan, because you don't just want to post a random funny video. Make sure that it's a plan and you sort of stick to it as well. So that's your Facebook tips. And then we go on to Instagram. So Instagram is my favorite. We have over, I think, 40 clients that we post for Facebook each day. And we've got about 25 for Instagram. So, which I'm happy with, because Instagram, I've got to do it on the spot, which I'll be doing after I talk to you guys. But with Instagram, you can create your story with images. So Instagram is all about the images. You will have to put your captions in there, but images is what gets everyone's attention. Hashtags, so I will go over hashtags in the next slide, but hashtags is your number one thing that you need on Instagram. If you don't have hashtags, no one's going to find you, but there's a plus side and a downside to that, so I'll go through that in a sec. You need to be more involved. So I said in Facebook, be interactive, but with Instagram, you even need to be more active. So I will spend probably 20 minutes in the morning. I'm a 5 a.m. type person, and then I will spend normally around this time when I'm watching the blocks. I don't know what I'm going to be watching next week, but when I'm watching the blog, I will just sit there and I'll interact with everyone on Instagram. So it's a great way to get noticed as well. Unfortunately, I can't use my last name, but it's a great way to, be involved. So, oh no. I wanted to, I do not like her. I'll stick with the Americans. And it's fun to use. Who doesn't like to just tap the screen when you want to like something? So it's super addictive for me, and it's my favorite platform. So let's get to some Instagram tips. So use images that match your brand. So for me, oh, come on, he needs to get onto Instagram. So for me, if you look at my page, oh gosh, I keep changing my theme. So, and I'll show you what I mean. The next slide is what I mean about themes. But I've been using images. As you can see, all my images are the pinky rose color. So that runs through my website as well. So I try and use the images that are all together, so people know that that color is mine. It's like, I don't know, like Elmo. Everyone knows Elmo's red. Nemo, everyone knows it's black and orange. So use images. Cadbury purple, yeah, that's right. So everyone knows when they see the purple and chocolate, even my 4-year-old, unfortunately, knows it's Cadbury. So yeah, use images that match your brand so people know. So instead of seeing Smart Social online, they're going to see, oh, that's the chick that uses the rose coloured pink or whatever color it is, but that's what people keep calling it, rose color. So yeah, so use images that match who you are as a brand. Your hashtags are key to winning. So this is my winning formula for all our clients, is what we use. You might want to write it down. It wouldn't fit in the box. So, okay, so you can use 30 hashtags. What I do is I actually divide them. So I go 10, 10, and 10. So I'm going to do 10 local hashtags. So for me, and wherever your business is, so for me, I mainly do Toowoomba area, and we're trying to get into Hervey Bay. So I will do hashtags that represent those areas. So I'll do like Toowoomba Darling Downs, Toowoomba Living, Hervey Bay. So I do 10, and I think there's 5 each, but do 10 for just local hashtags. So if you can be Australia-wide, I would do the main cities, like Perth, Adelaide, things like that. If you're overseas, which I think some people are, you've obviously got a massive area, so just choose wisely with those hashtags. Try and choose hashtags that are under 200,000. As in, so when you do type in your hashtags in Instagram, you'll actually notice it'll come up with how many people have used it. So if it's under 200 or 300, then that's fine. Anything above 5, you kind of struggle to get noticed. So we go between 200 and 400 when we use it for our clients. As soon as it goes over 500, we change it up, unless it's your direct town. So Toowoomba, I think it's about 225, but if that reached 500,000, I would leave it because that's my main town. So, so that's your location. Then use 10 business hashtags. So for me, it would be social media Toowoomba. So think about when you're typing into Google, if you're looking for a social media person, you're going to type in social media Toowoomba, social media Sydney. So use that as well. So do 10 local and 10 business. So social media, I put Facebook social media agency. And then you're going to use 10 photo hashtags. So at the moment, I can see, I love Christmas. I'll show you. I have these sitting out all year because I love Christmas. I can see them. So for me, my view at the moment is serviettes. So I would do, hashtag serviette. So pretty much whatever's in your photo, do hashtags for. So at the moment, I've got hashtag serviette, hashtag Christmas, hashtag notebook, pen, laptop. So do 10 that represents your photo. Yes. Thank you, Vicky. I wouldn't fit into the box. I'm like, oh, I'll just tell everyone. So you got 10 local, 10, you're welcome, Craig, 10 local, 10 business, and 10 photos as well. And that is what the formula we use for a, do like hashtag motivation, hashtag inspiration. You can do that as well. I find if I used to do motivational ones, I don't anymore, but yeah, do motivational. I think it's a really big one, and a popular one is words to live by. That was a really cool one that I used to use. So if you guys are stuck as well, because hashtags are really, you can't just do any random, like if I just did pen, like so many people are going to have pen. So that's why we always do between 200 and 500. So if you choose hashtags that are really, really popular, you're not going to get seen. So the whole idea of the Instagram algorithm is to be seen, because they've changed it. They do change it all the time. So that's why you have to be constant as well. So you need to post every day on Instagram, no matter what. I noticed that if I don't post on Saturdays and Sundays, I actually lose quite a lot of followers and engagement. And I don't get seen. So if you all have me on Instagram and I don't post for 3 days, it'll actually take me a good week to get back into your Instagram because they don't go in order like Facebook. It's just random. And the only post that gets seen when you're scrolling through is the popular post. So that's why you need to choose hashtags that like represent your business properly. You can't just, you know, if I had this photo right here, I can't just put Beyonce or, you know, I don't know why Christina Aguilera came up in my head, but yeah, you can't put those because it just doesn't represent the business, and Instagram somehow know that you've done that. So you kind of you're faking it, and they know. So just don't do fake Instagrams. Oh, thanks. Yeah, that's very naughty, Ellen. I would have a heart attack. So create a theme. So by creating a theme, and it is on the next slide, so you'll know what I'm talking about in a sec. But by creating a theme, I mean, when you look at the Instagram, you've got 9 photos in a screenshot. It's all themed. So my photos at the moment are a white backgrounds with a black image. So we'll have a look next and I'll go through it in a sec. As I said before, be social and interact with everyone. You need to comment on everything. You will get lots of scammers, lots of people that just like you and follow you for a like. I never like anyone that I don't want to see in my newsfeed for Instagram. So don't think because they've liked or followed you, you have to follow them back, because most times out of 10, it's a robot doing it. And it's just wasteful. So, and I think the last one, I've got all the pictures on the bottom. I think it says post daily. So post daily. So same thing. Just before I got on live, I posted all to Instagram. So I normally do it about 6 o'clock after dinner. All the clients laugh at me because they know when I've done it, because I start to get likes on their phones. So they know that I'm sitting down watching the blog, which is hilarious. But so post daily, because Instagram will punish you if you don't, and your post will just get lost. So Ellen, you're going to have to post daily. So the next slide is what I'm talking about with your themes. So you don't have to, these 2 are the first ones that I found. So they're obviously amazing. So the one on the left, she's posting all of the grey or the blacks, and that's the style of Instagram that she's gone for. Yeah, exactly. And people do that. And that's all the robots and all the, people that just want to spam you. And you'll notice that you'll get spam all the time. Like I just delete it because I just think, oh, have you got nothing else better to do? And it just looks terrible. So yeah, you'll get it every day, unfortunately. So with these Instagram feeds on the left, she's using, the greys and the blacks. And then the one on the right, she's always got something blue. So her hair's blue, the background's blue. Looking at it, they're obviously stunning. But if you put it next to someone that just has random photos everywhere, it just doesn't look appealing. And I think it's a personal thing. Like I haven't seen yours, Ellen. But it just looks more appealing if everything's in order. And, if you put it against someone that doesn't have that, it kind of just looks, not as good, and I'm not going to follow you. So when you do your Instagram, just kind of think about the image that you want to portray. So if you're all about being outside and, loving life, post about the landscapes, post about, fishing, the water, things like that. So you can still have a theme. It doesn't have to be a color theme. It can just be all about water. I have a client who literally posts landscape shots. So she might post once a month. She lives in New Zealand. And she'll just post landscape shots because obviously New Zealand is amazing. And that's her Facebook and her Instagram feed, and it looks beautiful. So, and she's got over 30,000 followers. I was like, you don't need me. You're all good. But it just looks stunning. So just keep that in mind. Yeah, exactly. Taking a photo of the sunrise. I do that, and I think people on Facebook get annoyed at me. So I try not to do that anymore. We've just moved into a new house, so the sunset is amazing every night. I love it. Especially when you get like the pink backgrounds. It's so beautiful. Yeah, so just think about what you're kind of posting, and you want to create that look and that feel, and be you when you're doing it as well. So yeah, I think that's pretty much it for Instagram. So what's the next? So Vicky sort of mentioned in regards to a website, some of you might be, woohoo. So some of you might be needing a website. So the answer is yes, you do need a website. It's the way that people find you. So if you go to Google and you didn't have a website, or you didn't have Facebook or Instagram, like how are people supposed to find you as a business owner? It's just not possible unless it's word of mouth. So if you live in a smaller town, you know, is that to me or? I'm new at all this. I have no idea. Thanks, Nicole. If that was to me or Ellen, I'm not sure. So yeah, so how are people supposed to find you? So you do need a website. The biggest thing with the websites are, for both of us, is the SEO. So the SEO are basically the keywords. So another name for when you type into Google, so I'm looking for an orange pen, I'm going to type in, where can I buy an orange pen in Toowoomba? That's actually going to come up. So if someone has that on their website, and any of the keywords on their website pages, it's going to come up with them. So SEO is all about the keywords, just another name for keywords. Make sure that you have those keywords set. Make sure that you change your headings as well. And also when you're putting your images in there, make sure that your images are classed as as what they are. So if people are searching for orange pen, then put it as an orange pen. So a website, and it also needs to reflect what your other social media profiles. So if you look at my Facebook, Instagram, and website, it's got all that pink happening because that's just what I have incorporated, and it works because people know that, okay, I can't remember her name, but I know she has that pink stuff everywhere. It works. So you do need a website, and yes, it can be scary, and then yes, you can pay thousands and thousands of dollars, but there are other ways around it. So I think it's the next slide, please, Vicky. So you can DIY, I thought I had that wrong then, your own website. So it means obviously money in your own pocket, accomplishment on completion. Now, I had never created a website before, and I knew that I wanted to do it myself. I couldn't afford to get a website because you hear all the horror stories. It's like thousands and thousands of dollars. And I put my 3-year-old back then into daycare for 7 days. So he went, it was for 5 days. So Monday to Friday, they left at 7, got home at 6. It took me that long to build my website, and I literally didn't move. I don't even think I ate for 5 days. I cried. I was frustrated. I'm pretty sure I nearly threw the computer hundreds of times. But at the end, I completely was, it was probably the most satisfying thing that I've ever done for myself, but it taught me so much. So it taught me that, it's crazy how frustrating websites can be. But it taught me that, okay, I can actually do this, even though it's so hard and everyone talks about how hard it is. You can do it. So if it's something that you want to do yourself, I would recommend Squarespace, which is the one that I'm with. It's super easy, and they give you, I think it's, out of all the websites that I've created, it is the easiest, but they also give you lots of help as well. So the other one is WordPress. Obviously, it gives you more gimmicks, it gives you more freedom to do whatever you like, but it is just a little bit harder. So, and most times you will need some help. So just keep that in mind. If you want easy, go to Squarespace. WordPress is just that little bit harder, but it does look a lot nicer, in my opinion. And now, 12 months later, I'm now creating WordPress websites, Wixes and Squarespaces and, Shopify. Squarespace, are you in Australia, Nicole? Yeah. So I pay $34.90 because it's American. So I pay $34.95 a month. And each year I pay $20 hosting fee, and that's just for my website. So hosting my website on there, and my domain was $20 as well. So I think it might have cost me $100 to start, and then each year after that, each month it's $34.95, and then each year it's $20 for my my website name. So it's not too bad. WordPress is free, or other than your hosting, which is about $5 a month. So it is cheaper, but it is so much more stress. So I would definitely start with Squarespace. As I said, like, it took me 5 days to do that. And then about 3 months later, I had the confidence to redo it all again, because I just wasn't happy. And I started with this horrible blue. I don't even know why. And then I went to this pink. So yeah, you'll definitely learn. And 12 months on, we're now creating websites for everyone. So it's pretty cool. Yes, it can be. Who is your domain with? Is it like GoDaddy or something? She's gone. We'll come back. Yeah, if you want to go to the next slide. Oh, what's happened? It's gone to my website. Oh, okay, cool. Was that on the next slide, or? Okay, you just skipped it. You've thrown me off now.
Sorry, I thought I'd actually just show everybody your website so that they can see how beautiful it is.
Oh, gosh.
And see that you've done it yourself. So there you go.
Yes,
and
so lots of hard work.
I just want to show you all. This is one of our other students who's near to graduation. This is Juanita. This I believe is on a different platform, Wix. And this is a do-it-yourself. Juanita spent quite a few days and did this herself. There's lovely Juanita right there. So you can do some beautiful things on your own. Both of my personal practice website and also the Institute are WordPress platforms. And when I first started building my own website back in 2011, I had a broken elbow and nothing else to do and didn't know what I was doing. And I just figured it out myself. And I do agree with you, Natasha, about the accomplishment of I've done that, because now I can go in the back end, I can change anything, I can amend anything, I can manage it myself to a large degree. So I just wanted to show people just a couple of examples there. And we will go straight back to your slides right now.
Thank you.
There we go.
That's all right.
Did we get go through there?
Yeah, we did. So yeah, if you do already have a domain, you can definitely transfer it over, Nicole. So there shouldn't be any cost. It just depends on who you're with. But I'm pretty sure from memory, Squarespace does it all on their end. You kind of just contact them. Out of all the websites that I've built, I think Squarespace is the best help section, and they get back to you as well. So they're all American, but they do get back to you. WordPress is probably the worst, the contact and help, because it's a forum, so it's just anybody giving you advice, which you kind of take with a grain of salt, because someone gave me advice one day and it made my whole computer go white. Yeah, so I won't be doing that again. So yeah, just be careful. So yeah, if we go to the next slide, you're welcome. Oh, I think it's one up. Sorry, I must have missed that. Sorry.
Okay.
Oh, okay. So I didn't want to plug myself, and I never sell. And that is the one thing that I've pride myself on from day one, is that I never sell in my Facebook posts or my Instagram. It's all about giving. People, there are, as I said, in Toowoomba, there's 11 other social media places that they can go to get the information for free. So just keep that in mind when you are starting out, that obviously people do like free stuff. Be careful how much you share. But I've used that for the last 12 months, and I barely need to sell to get clients. So it's just, that's my business tactic, and that's the way that I've sort of stuck with it. I used to have a free Facebook group as well, so it's something that you guys might also want to do, where I used to put lots of information in there. I've just closed it only because I have about 4 websites to do in a month, and I just don't have time to jump in there right now. But it is perfect for you guys and the niche that you guys are going in, because people need help. And what better way than to offer your services most of the time for free. So, but I wanted to let you guys know that another business thing, I have all these business things. We are low cost. I've got 3 staff members that we pretty much, I don't do this for the money, do it, to make millions of dollars, which would be amazing, but I want to help the little guys. So we always keep our costs down low. And that is something that I will always do, because so many small businesses can't afford, the amazing websites and things. So, so we always keep the low cost. We have a 1-week turnaround in most cases. If it's WordPress, it might be 2. And we do train you on how to use your websites as well. So with Squarespace, WordPress, and Wix, and Shopify. And yeah, you get to choose which one you want to do. So if you are looking for a website, just have a chat with me. Even if you're not local, that is absolutely fine. My first website was 3 months into it, and she was in America. I don't even know how we communicated. Like, seriously, thinking back, I'm like, my goodness. And then I had another lady in the UK like a month later. So things, we're on this magical thing tonight. So, it's super easy to get in contact. So if you are looking, yeah, just send me a message. It's enough selling from me. So next slide. So yeah, we'll just sort of go through the summary of things that we went through. I would choose 2 platforms to start with. So the 5 things that I suggested in the graph were probably the 5 that you guys will work with eventually, but choose 2 of those. So most would be Facebook and Instagram, and then I would probably go LinkedIn as well. So choose 2, work them out 100%, and then go to the next one. Create your story and connect. So people buy from people they know, and that's why I share so much of my of my little one, my husband, because people want to have that connection. There's 11 other places. You've got Brisbane, we're 2 hours away. So people can just go to anyone these days. There's 10 people selling, the orange pen. Which one am I going to choose? I'm going to choose the one that I connect with, the one that has another child. So you just make that connection with people, and then you'll start to get followers and people interested in buying from you. Schedule all your posts in advance. So it's the biggest tip. So Facebook has an inbuilt Facebook scheduler. Instagram's a little bit different. You can schedule your Instagram, but you actually have to push it out on the night. So I can schedule all the clients' Instagram, but then I just go into, there's lots of different apps like Buffer, Hootsuite. I use one that's it's called Plan. I think it's $9 a month, but I can actually see the grid for our clients and for us as well. So I can see where I'm going to put the photos. So if my photos don't match up, or the grid's not in line, I can move the photos around. So it is best to have your scheduling apps, because it makes it so much easier for you. Create a website or find someone who can. So having a website, the more avenues you have through Google, so you've got Facebook, you'll have Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn. If you search for Smart Social Online at the moment, I just did it before we started, it has my website at the top, it has Facebook underneath, and Instagram. So that's kind of what you should have when someone's searching for you. So the more avenues you have, the more times people are going to be able to find you as well. So, and interact with everyone. So never leave a comment uncommented. And most of all, be you. So for me, I talk a lot. So Vicky's probably like, oh gosh.
Not at all.
But I do talk a lot, and I do, I just want to be me now. So Definitely be you. It sells. Not everyone's going to like it, but it sells to the people that you want to attract. So,
so important to say that. So important to say that, because a lot of people get to the end of our course, and any kind of course, where it means that they then have to be visible. They've got to be visible to some extent on social media, so people actually can get to know, like, and trust them, to know that they're the right person that they can work with, that will be able to help them. So getting over that hurdle of being seen, and also being yourself, being authentic, and finding your own voice, sharing that part of you that will connect with the people that you want to work with, then that's something that a lot of people struggle with. So that's what we try and help everybody with, because getting out there and being seen means that you have that fear of rejection as well. And it's okay. Not everybody's going to like you. Not everybody's going to work with you. Not everybody is going to be your ideal client. And the other thing is, you don't want to work with everybody. As much as we love to try and help everyone, we just can't help everybody. So it's best to focus on helping the people that you really want to help, and make space for those people by letting go of those other people who just aren't your audience. And that's absolutely okay.
Yeah, I agree. It took me, I've only been in business for 12 months, but it took me 6 months to realize that. And now that I have, I feel so much better and so much lighter, and I felt like I was living like a double life. Like I was this, not that I'm not nice, but for me, like I swear a lot. And I've nearly said it a couple of times tonight. And
That's
when
okay.
people meet me, no. And when people meet me, they're like, oh gosh, she swears. But I don't do that on my Facebook. So now and I felt like I was leading this double life. So I kind of just, not bad swearing, like it's just normal swearing. But like I've incorporated that. Well, you got the really, really bad stuff and then the normal stuff.
I love wine and I love gin, and I often share posts from Delicious Australia of gin recipes just because, and people love it.
They do, and that's what they connect with. So find your tribe. Like it's so true. I think what's the saying? Like the 5 most people you spend the time with. Oh gosh, I've never drunken gin before in my life.
Gin and tonic with some lime and lemon. My husband calls it a gin special. He makes
my gosh
specials.
Well, you're down the road, so we should definitely. I don't drink.
Not you in person yet, so that'll be fine. I also love
don't drink,
small businesses nearby.
I do. But yeah, like I definitely think like being yourself is definitely the way to go, and you attract what you put out. So yeah. I think there is one more slide actually. I think.
Yep. I think it's the thank you. Yes.
Oh, the thank you. Okay, cool. So definitely if you need any help, give me a call, or you can find us on Facebook and Instagram at Smart Social Online. And that's pretty much it. Yay, so I don't know if we're doing questions or...
Yeah, so we've got about 10 minutes or so, everybody, to ask Natasha any questions that you might have. So we've got one here from Craig. Natasha, do you do much with YouTube?
Yes, I used to, and I've just kind of started again. YouTube is, if you are really, really confident, or you don't have to be confident, if you love talking and you want to get yourself out there, then definitely YouTube works so much better than Instagram and Facebook. So what happens is if people are Googling you or Googling to find, say, social media, the more times I've said that in my blogs, in my videos, it's actually going to pick up. So YouTube, definitely, Google love it. So definitely use that. When you do YouTube though, and you don't have to do all the editing. I literally the other day made the decision. I stopped because the editing was just too much for me. And I was stressed about it. It would take me like 10 minutes to do the video and about 2 hours to do all the editing. And I just don't have the time. So I made the decision the other day that I'm going literally natural in regards, if I stuff up and laugh, that's okay. You just keep going. So I've got a video that's on my YouTube channel.
Swear and keep going. It'll be fine.
Yeah. I know. It's just, I was like, nah, I'm just doing it. Exactly, Ellen. So it's kind of like a live video. And I started laughing and I cracked myself up and I couldn't stop. And I'm like, get it together. You're on video and I'm not doing this video again, like, because I was nearly to the end. So just be natural and just be you, and don't stress about what it looks like. If you've got the music happening or whatever, just get it out there. Google loves it. So.
And the other thing about doing videos on YouTube, it's a little bit different when you want to share that YouTube video onto Facebook, because they're actually competitors. So
yes,
that's why if you do love doing a video and you're quite comfortable doing that, the top sharing advice for Facebook is to do a Facebook live video. That really does make such a tremendous amount of organic reach in Facebook. The next best thing is to upload a video to Facebook over sharing a video from YouTube. So it won't have the same reach as Facebook Live, but it will be so much better than posting text or memes at the moment, because video really is what grabs people's attention when they're coming through. And another little tip is to, I think you can actually click something underneath the videos for annotation, and it will put the words underneath, because, people scrolling through, if you don't have something that stands out color-wise or location-wise, then you very easily could sort of be there for 5 seconds and then keep going. So sometimes the text can actually grab people's attention as well to know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's a lot. I'm really bad. So I tell all the clients, every time I go there, we do live videos. But I have never watched a live video in my life, and I never plan to watch a live video. And that's so bad of me, because what happens is I've got a 4-year-old. So if I'm doing something, like, so right now they're at the back, but if he could hear you guys, he would be right here. So for me, I want to see the text. I don't want to hear you talking. I'll watch your text on the bottom of the screen. But having children, you just can't watch videos, because you just distract them, and he'll be quiet for 10 minutes and then he'll be up here. And yeah, so I definitely agree with your advice in regards to, it's a third party, so Facebook frown upon it. So yeah, definitely don't share from YouTube to Facebook. Another tip, and I don't know, I forgot to put it into the thing. If you guys are doing blogging, I think your niche, and anyone in that industry that is listening right now, should be doing blogging. When you do blogging, if you're going to do YouTube, you can get 3 or 4 pieces of content from that one thing. So if you do your YouTube video, do a blog, and it doesn't have to be word for word, but do something that's very, very, yeah, that's right, repurposing. So you can do a Facebook post, you can do Instagram, you can do YouTube and a blog. So when you do your blog, make sure you put a link to your video, as well as all your Facebook pages and things like that. So, and Google loves that stuff. So the more things you can get into one page, the better. So
I usually like embedding the YouTube video into a new blog and putting a couple of paragraphs about what's in the video to entice people to watch it. But also then if I want to share that blog to my Facebook page, I don't have to worry about it coming straight from YouTube, because I'm sharing it from my website. So it's just a little sneaky way to get around that a little bit.
Yeah, that's right. And it's a good way. Facebook want to be annoying. So yeah, it's just an easier way to get your stuff out there. So definitely do that. Yeah, YouTube I absolutely love, and it's SEO side of things. Google loves it too. So definitely do start doing YouTube if you guys can. Even if you do your lives, like you can download your live videos now and save them and just upload them to YouTube. So yeah, it's just repurposing, as Ellen said. So
yep. Once you create some content, and we do cover this in modules 11 and 12, any piece of content that you can create, whether it is a blog or whether it is a program, a workshop, anything that you've created, even this presentation, there's multiple ways that Natasha could use this presentation to reuse it, repurpose it in other avenues of reaching this information with her clients. So once you've created a blog, you can use that blog to become a podcast, like Ellen would be able to tell you. You can reuse bits and pieces of that to create memes if you wanted to. Once you've got a blog or a program or a workshop, you can do that in person. You can offer it online as a webinar, which is really great these days to reach your potential customers. So there's lots and lots of ways, once you've created a piece of content, that you can reuse it. Otherwise, that's valuable content that you could be sharing in various ways with people who really need that value, that is just otherwise going to sit there. And it's totally okay to reschedule different blog posts that you've written before, or things that post or seem to, in your insights in Facebook, do really, really well. Totally okay in a couple of weeks to repost that and capture the people that maybe you didn't capture the first time around, because people scroll through social media so fast. There's so much competition, and most people aren't going to see your content if you just post it once. So repurpose it, repost it, and reuse it however you can on all formats and platforms and in various ways, whether it's spoken or written. And get it out there. Get it out there, people. People need to hear your message when it's valuable to them. So they'll be looking for it.
Definitely, well said.
So do we have any other questions, Natasha? Nicole, do you have any other questions? Craig, do you have any other questions at all? I'm just scrolling back because there was a couple earlier on that were private. So let me just have a look. Okay.
Thanks. Oh, thanks, Nicole.
I guess we've got
it was scary.
Sorry.
I was going to say it was scary. I was like stressing all day about it.
Oh, yes, great job. So just coming back to a question on Instagram, are the short videos now as important as static photos for generating likes and growing an audience? So that's an interesting one, actually, because the videos on Instagram used to only be about, is it 10 seconds? But I think that's changed now, hasn't it? You can
it's
longer videos.
I think it's 60. I don't do videos because I find that I think it's 60 or 90. Yeah, I think it's 60. Yeah. But what I would do is when I've scrolled through and had a look at other sort of places and what they're doing, the videos don't get that much interaction, so you can kind of tell how many people have watched it. But what I would do is actually start to get into Instagram stories. So they only last for 24 hours, and it's kind of like a snippet. So on Saturday, I went to the R&B Friday concert thing that was rained out, and I spent 9 hours in the rain. I'm amazed I didn't die today, but that's okay. So, you know, I did little snippets of the videos of, you know, Kelly Rowland and all those sort of singing. And it was probably like my most... with great difficulty. I'll come back to that question, Craig. But yeah, I would actually definitely start doing Instagram stories. I've noticed the last couple of times that I've done it, I've actually put a location on there, so you can go in and put, they call it a sticker, but if you click on location sticker and type in Toowoomba or wherever you are, that will actually come up when you're searching for that hashtag. So I've gotten so many, I've done it the last week on all of my Instagram stories, and I've gotten more Toowoomba-based people in the last week than I have in 12 months. So it definitely works. So doing Instagram stories is definitely a part of my marketing strategy that is starting today. And you can do videos in your Instagram, but I would just sort of push it to you want to make your grid look amazing, and having a video in there just doesn't. So I would stick to long videos in YouTube and then do Instagram stories as well. So Facebook stories, now this I'm excited about. So we've only, at the moment, you can only use personal Facebook stories. If you've got a personal Instagram as your business, because you can either have personal, business. Most people will have business as a setting, but some people have gone to personal because of the shadow ban that happened a couple months ago. If you've got if you class yourself as a personal Instagram page, you can actually share to your personal Facebook page, but you can't share from your business Instagram page to Facebook. So they're about to change that though. So in the next couple of months, over the next month, Facebook will slowly introduce to Facebook business pages, kind of like Instagram stories. So it's coming. So you've got personal Facebook stories, but now it's going to come onto your business Facebook stories, which is a great insight for any business, and it should be used when it does come out. So definitely use that in your marketing strategy when you're doing it. It's a great insight and everyone kind of wants to see what you're doing. I use it for little snippets of what I'm doing, screenshots and things like that. So definitely do that. And Craig messaged, put a message up before. As I said before, Facebook is used with the scheduler. So do you know how to use the scheduling, Craig, for Facebook? Yeah, cool. So on Instagram, unfortunately, you can't sort of schedule. You can schedule it, but you've got to push it out yourself. So we use Buffer for the clients. And I've started personally to use Plan, which is just another app for Instagram. You've got Buffer, Hootsuite, and you can just see all of the clients. So because we've got so many on Instagram, I've got to log out of every single one, every single night, 25 times. Like, it's crazy. And I pride myself because I know every single password off the top of my head. Thank goodness. I don't know how many more I can fit in there, but yeah, and it takes me about an hour. And yeah, it takes me about an hour, but if you'll get the hang of it. Just play around with Buffer. Buffer is free, I think. I've got the business plan, but I'm pretty sure it's free for one Instagram account and one Facebook and that. So definitely use something to help you, because you don't want to be stressing in the middle of the week, what am I going to be posting, when it should have been done on Monday morning type things. So definitely be organized, otherwise, and we have to be organized because otherwise we just lose it. Facebook's always done on a Monday. Yeah, I think so. I think it's like you get one each, I'm pretty sure.
Hootsuite, free ones of one each, up to I think about 4, and then you've got to pay to have more than that.
Yeah, so we're on the paying one, but with Plan, I think it is free for one. I use Plan for the Instagrams that, like, we've got a couple of homeware stores, so they kind of need to be pretty. So we use Plan just to use for the pretty Instagram ones. And then just for the normal clients, like we've got hotels and bars and stuff, they'll just be on Buffer. So it just depends on how pretty you want to go. Because with Plan, I can see in the grid before I post it, where Buffer, you can't really see what it looks like until it's out there. So yeah, I hope that answers your question.
Fantastic. Okay. Does anybody else have any questions for Natasha before we wrap up? Thank you. Thanks,
You're welcome.
Craig. Great. Excellent.
And if you guys, I was going to say, if you guys do, just feel free to send the page a message, and I'll get back to you guys. And whenever everyone's listening to this, yeah, I'll get back to you as soon as I can.
Fantastic. Thank you so much, Natasha. It's been really fun. It's been very educational, really valuable. There's a couple of things there that educated me, which was great. So one thing that I really want to get my head around is the Instagram stories. I think I did 1 or 2 once, and then I was like, this is too hard. I can't be bothered. And I'm not as bad as Ellen in waiting a whole month, but sometimes 5 days, 6 days go past and I'm like, oh, bugger, I haven't put anything on Instagram. And I've got 2 accounts to take care of, as well as 2 Facebook business accounts and 2 Facebook groups. So it's a lot to take on. Yeah, in my defense, I was taking a 3 month. Yes, that's true, you were. Yes, so now you're all refreshed. You can post daily. Great. So I think we'll wrap it up. Thank you so much. If anyone does want to get in touch with Natasha, please do. So you've got her mobile number on the screen, but you can also search for Smart Social online for Facebook and Instagram and wherever else you want to see her, if you want to Google that. And you'll be able to get in touch with her, follow, like her pages, and please reach out if you've got any questions, or if you get to that stage where you would like to have a low-cost but beautiful website done. Natasha might be the person to help you. So thank you so much, Natasha, for sharing, for giving us your valuable time for the last hour. greatly appreciate it. Thank you for
You're
everyone who
welcome.
stand up live. And for those of you who are watching the replay, I am absolutely sure you would have a lot of value taken away from tonight's masterclass. So thank you so much. I will end the meeting here for everybody. And we look forward to seeing you all in the private Facebook group. And take care, everyone. Happy studying.
Thanks. Bye.
Thanks, everyone.